Good evening. That's right. It's Mock Draft Monday. How you doing, Leonard?
Slight bit of headache, but other than that, pretty good, man.
Could be better, could be worse, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if the wife didn't wake me up, I would have slept all the way through tomorrow morning.
Probably. You got tomorrow off, right?
No, I work all the way through till Friday morning.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's because the guy whose shift I'm covering this week, he's an indie wrestler. And he got himself a ladder match on Saturday night. He got himself all left out.
Well, that's kind of cool.
It was. So I don't mind as much, except the one more on that route is a monster. And it should be like 2 to 3 people doing that one. And I'm doing it by myself. How was your day, sir?
I've had better, have had worse. We got a couple people in the chat. Let's see what's going on. Oh, nope. It's just us. Just one person watching on the Lions Villains.
We're way popular tonight.
Is StreamYard actually changed it to where they don't go live into groups anymore. See, that's why I created the page. But until I have X amount of followers on the page, guess what? Can't go live into it.
What the hell?
So I need y'all to follow that page, people. Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions is now a podcast page. But that being said, it is time for the show and time to do a couple mocks. Because there really ain't any news whatsoever.
Hello out there, here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Biting by Jeremy Jones.
All right, it is me, Smoking Jeremy B, and Dan Von Doom Leonard doing Mock Draft Monday. How's everybody doing tonight? It's crazy. We can go to our profiles with StreamYard. We could go into pages. So please go follow Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions on Facebook. But we are sitting at 421 subscribers. Let's go.
So you gotta explain that to me. Like, what do you mean now that it won't send you live in pages and shit?
Will Vogel gets into the chat, says, let's go. Good evening, gents. And Orlando Escribano Jr. says, I am still convinced at wide receiver first round, baby.
They're not taking Roman Wilson, Orlando.
Can't wait till the draft. And Dave Eastman says he's doing great. Good to see you there. So please, if you're on Facebook, I have it as a public page. Go check it out. Now he says, nah, Adane or Xavier Worthy. Well, it came out that Xavier Worthy tries to go more on his talent than practice. He doesn't give it his all. That's not a Dan Campbell type of guy. So I think Xavier Worthy's off the board myself. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, more than likely.
And that's confirmed from teammates at Texas. unlike the Kool-Aid stuff, which came out, it was a lie.
Probably a lie made up by Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes trying to get him to drop. I know what's going on.
Well, that being said, you're exactly right. The team I think is going to reach for him. You'll see. Because we are going to do a mock, and I decided we're going to do the one mock like we normally do, where we pick our two teams, and we go through. And do that. And then the next one, we're just going to do 2 rounds, Leonard. But I'm taking all the odds, and you take the evens.
Okay.
You still get the Giants. I still get the Lions.
Yeah, the line you kind of odd.
But I think in that one, we're not going to do trades. We're just going to do the pick. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yo, you're not wrong. He would have been a Raider for sure. Because Al Davis lived by that model. Speed kills. That's why they drafted Henry Ruggs.
Yep. 100%. That's why they drafted Henry Ruggs. Can't coach speed. Damn it, Jeremy. Draft the good ones this time. I've always drafted good ones. If you actually look at the players I pick, Living Up Leonard says, hey, you guys. Should I say it the way I want to say it? Yep. Hey, you guys. Love that movie. Still.
Did you see they're making a second one?
Yeah, finally. I wonder if they're going to do it with them all as adults.
That's supposedly what they're saying.
Oh, God. So it's going to be like that new version of the Ghostbusters, right?
Pretty much.
Are we ready?
I'm done ready, pretty much. You just got to tell me when you want to put it up.
Whenever you're ready there, we can put it up and we can get started. Because I'm excited. We're 3 days away, guys. 3 days.
Dude, you see the only real news that came out is saying that it looks like the Falcons are losing their first and good chance the Eagles will be too.
Well, I don't trust the source for that one because it's the NFC North news and they have been awful for a long time. Oh.
1 second. Discount.
Awfully bad, I should say. About 90 there at one time, like Detroit line, they used to put out really good information. Eric Whitson in the chat saying go Lions. Thank you, Eric. But they've been like less than 10% accurate because they started going into the clickbait sports type thing just to get the clicks.
Yeah,
And
well,
here we
what is it? The pressure has been the 2 teams that have lost first round picks have been the Dolphins and the Saints for tampering with Sean Payton back in the day. But those picks didn't go to the team that was affected. The only one that actually went to the team that was affected was the Cardinals-Eagles thing for Sean Gannon.
Right.
Okay.
Was hoping top 10 pick would do something stupid like Carter last year. Yeah. And away we go.
What the fuck?
The Giants. Yeah, it went nice and quick, didn't it?
No.
Drake May, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and Jaden Daniels. Marvin Harrison Jr., a Patriot. Usually
for Jaden Daniels, all the way to 5.
Do you know what's crazy about this year's draft? You know what we haven't heard at all? That sexual allegation that knocked somebody down in the draft. We've had one every year except this year.
Trade back.
Trading back to the Titans.
Yes, I did.
And there's the Raiders trading back with you.
One of the Raiders.
No weeds, no assault. There was a DUI. You're missing it, Orlando Escribano. It's the reason why Tavondre Sweat has fell out of the second round and almost out of the third round is he was arrested on a DUI down in Texas.
Yes, sir, he was.
He goes, Sweat. I forgot. Love being on the show, but love being in the comments. He goes, that's our guy. Not anymore, I doubt it. Brock Bowers is a Giant, huh? So right now,
Yes, sir.
I'm not taking that trade at all. I'm not even contemplating it because of someone that's on the board. It's got to be the right trade. So next one, please. Nope. We might be able to get Sweat at 73.
You get him at 90. So.
And the last one, nope, I'm not taking any of the trades. Now, I'm going to go through this. We didn't expect this guy to be there. Cooper DeJean is going to be the pick. But before I go into that, there's Graham Barton on the board. Brad Holmes specifically said he didn't plan on taking an O-lineman early. But I think Cooper DeJean is the fit. It says safety here. He's technically a quarterback who just played a few more snaps at safety this year due to an injury. But look at that RAS. What is that, a 9.85?
Yep.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean, you're a Lion. But Adonai Mitchell and Xavier Worthy are there. But if Cooper's there, it's a no-brainer. Xavier Worthy to the Pampers. And Adisa Isaac was the other one. Good evening, King SJ. The RAS draft. Well, it's one of the, he has all the intangibles that Brad Holmes talks about, though, Joseph. Michael Penix went off the board to the Patriots at 28. Wow, they traded up.
Bastards.
But that should make you happy. You know who they traded up with, right?
Eagles.
Yep. Will Vogel says I'm wearing my Steve Smith throwback. Looks like Bo Nix saves
Football in New York. Let's go, Bo.
And they're up again. That's a better trade, but
I don't like this. No. Right there's my pick. Patrick Ball from Houston.
he's an offensive tackle, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're offered the 1/20th and a second. I don't like that one. Reject it. And I'm not trading with the fucking Packers. Not like that. So reject that. You should have grabbed your Ray Cruz jersey instead, Orlando tells Will. That's funny. Let's see. Roman Williams, Brennan Twice. Braden Fiskey. You're a Lion. No, not this time. Or were you trying to get your mouse to cooperate?
No, I read for a second because I needed sugar for my coffee. Even though I'm not supposed to have sugar, all my soda got drinking on me, so I'm not having my coffee without sugar. I'm not being freaking miserable.
I hear you.
Ready to
I got
frisky,
it.
you said, right?
Yep. T-Rex Arms Fisky. You're
Keep
giant
doing these
fan of
bullshit trades.
Yeah, I know. I always reject the bullshit ones.
Okay, so we are in the third round. We're going to get our running back, Jonathan Brooks out of Texas.
And right now, 77 and a fourth, but I got to give up 205. Let's see what the next trade is.
Okay, second trade is
And the second
89
trade is
second.
89 and a second and give up 2 up. I kind of like that. We're still in the third. We're going back. I'm going to take that trade. Because we'd still have a 6th there at 201. No. Not that one.
We reject that one.
And that is pick 94 in next year's 6th. Correct?
Correct.
Go ahead, take that. I'm not taking this trade. Back 1 and gain a 7? Sure. No. All right.
Safety.
If Andres is Cole Bishop there for safety, I don't think he is.
No. He's gone last round.
All right. Well, this is where we got options. And I think I'm going to make Orlando Escribano Jr.'s night. Scroll down just a little bit.
And T. Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
He's gone. So go back up to the top, and we're going to bolster the linebacker crew.
Where did he get drafted? Hold on. Did somebody really reach for him?
Well, he's not that big of a reach, really, but he's a slot corner, so I don't see him going day 1.
He went 57.
Yeah, he went in the 2nd round. Nope. We're going to go Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and bolster the linebacker room.
Good pick.
That's actually a good trade. You're only going back 11 spots and you get 2 more picks, and all you're giving up is next year's 7. That's a good trade.
Leonard Taylor went all the way down there. That's crazy.
We know, Will.
Taylor Watermelon. No, wait is on.
All right. We are at 164. We're going to take this guy because he actually came in for a visit as well. It's Keaton Oladapo, Oregon State, right?
Oh, yeah. He's a big guy, too.
Yep. The only reason why I'm doing that is because Cooper DeJean can play corner as well. We already got our corner, for in the top part.
Well, I'm taking him here because he's up at 174 now, JB.
What's that? Oh, wow. He jumped.
Yeah.
Quantez Stiggers took a jump. I should have took him. I didn't even see him there.
I didn't either, and then he was just there. I was like, okay. What have the Bauer next?
There's your guy, Mohamed Kamara.
Better jump.
Stickers ended up 174th, and he grabbed him right after our pick at 164. If I'd have known he was that high, I'd have grabbed him.
I'm taking Tyrone Tracy Jr. Oh, show him up again. I like this. One more picks in this draft. I have 242.
You want to take that Montevega guy from Minnesota. Good linebacker. I think you'd like him. C. Webb Sr., 4-time Super Bowl champion New York Giants, says interesting.
Who?
Who are you looking for here, Matt Lee?
No, not if I was looking right over here, you go to center. Where? Whoa.
Did Matt Lee move up the board? I've watched some tape on Kamara. He's all right, strong, but not much explosiveness on the edge. He looked like Pascal. You're absolutely right.
I think he moved up the board big time.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Bolt. Is that the Batoa Lamau? Or Lamau? However you say it?
Yeah, that's big. Let's Hamo. How about that? That sounds good.
Caden Wallace at tackle. Okay, we are at 201. The 205 went to the Bucks because of the trade. Let's go defense and cornerback. Nobody there, is there?
To be determined. Not sure how heavy it is.
Go to the UFL draft too, Jeremy. I probably can now. Go ahead, scroll down. I want to see who else is still buried in here. There's Al Blades. He dropped big time, didn't he?
Florian Patterson.
Yeah, he was awful.
Storm Buck.
Yep, Storm Duck. Yep, the guys I want. Al Blades Jr. it is, I guess. What are you doing still picking? You didn't have picks. I wonder how the UFL draft works. They draft right after, or they steal UDFAs. They pretty much take all the UDFAs that none of the teams did. And every now and then they can poach one that, as long as they haven't hit the active roster, like they did to the Saints a couple of years back when they grabbed Eric Perrier for the Michigan Panthers. Go to offensive tackle, please. I don't think my guy's there, is he? None of them are there.
No, Crummy Frank's gone.
Yep. Where's the guards? Let's look at that. Prince Pines. Let's take Prince Pines here. So we had our 6 picks because we made that trade. But we picked up a 3rd, a 4th, and a 7th for next year. Cooper DeJean, Braden Fiskey, Jeremiah Trotter, Teton Oladapo, Al Blades, and Prince Pines. And if you click on Prince Pines, it'll give his RAS, and you'll see why I grabbed him. He's a pretty athletic big guy at 6'4" and 322. To get almost an 8 is pretty good.
I got 10 picks at first.
It hinders when we like someone like Bates gets done before the end of training camp is when their season ends. But he got Brock Bowers, Bo Nix, Patrick Paul, Jonathan Brooks, Tanner Bortolini, Quantez Stiggers, Cedric Johnson, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Beatrice Lamau, and Carter Bradley.
Yeah, the RAS. Quarterback out of South Alabama. A little different there, huh?
Uh-huh. One I haven't seen you take before.
But I haven't really. This is the one I picked, though. Look at that one.
Yeah, Patrick Paul. He's got a good RAS. 6'7" and 331 offensive tackle.
He's a monster.
That's what she said.
It happens like that.
All right, this is going to be Bates is going to be sold auction style by 6 to 7 teams in the region. He could.
How are we doing
This is where we call. We're doing 2 rounds. Von Doom took Stiggers on us. He's been taking them lately because he found out how good he is because of one of our friends that does a lot of college and scouting and stuff.
That has nothing to do with it. I like the guy. I don't think he's a starter in NFL because he played in subpar competition in freaking Canada. And he was at Lake College, who nobody knows what the fuck Lake College even is. But I just sometimes take him because I want to get him before JB, just so he doesn't know what the fuck to do with his last pick. Okay.
All right. So here we are. First 2 rounds. We're allowing us to do the trade. I'm on the odds, so Caleb Williams is the Chicago Bear.
Jaden Daniels, Washington Commanders.
Actually, a report came out where Jaden Daniels might not take him. They might go Drake May.
Well, it's because he's a little upset with them for bringing him in on a visit with 2 other quarterbacks.
Yep. All right, the Patriots are on the clock. Drake May. You're a Patriot.
Chargers on the clock. Harrison Jr. Even though I don't see him going there.
All right. They need weapons. They lost everybody. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Malik Neighbors is a charge. Now, you can propose a trade if you want, but if you're trading back with an even team, it has to be one we both agreed to. You can't just screw a team over.
Oh, what? Screw a team over. But the Vikings need a quarterback here.
Yes, they do.
So, a good team before we get traded.
And luckily for you, they're an odd team, so I have no say in this trade. You're the GM for both.
I'm even.
Oh, I do have a say.
Exactly.
Well, there's the bye queens.
Okay. So if I'm giving
They're coming up to 6, and they're at 11 is the first one, right?
I want 11 and 23.
11 and 23, and next year's
I
third.
don't even want next year's.
You just want those ones, huh?
Yeah, but I don't even want that. Yep.
Propose it.
Good with that?
Yep. And they trade up and they take JJ. Titans are on the board. Titans need a little bit of everything on top of weapons. They also need what? They got wide receiver, DT, cornerback, linebacker, and DT, right? Or is that OT?
OT, corner, linebacker, wide receiver, DT.
Oluma Yaya Bashanu, Penn State.
Ooh, Falcons on the board. We need an edge. Dallas Turner.
All right. Do they still need a center? Is that what that says?
It says QB, edge, wide receiver, center, DT. I don't see how the Bears need a fucking wide receiver. It makes no sense.
Because Keenan Allen is old and averages 6 games missed a year. But anyways, they're not going wide receiver. Latu Letu. Jets are on the board. Wide receiver, offensive tackle, safety, tight end, or QB.
They go tackle.
They
They get Joe
added QB.
Alt. They get Joe Alt to protect Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
They cut Becton, so they need one.
The Giants are on the board.
Pick 11, that's yours, buddy.
Oh, that's mine. Well, they could go Fuaga, but I think what they're going to do here is Rome Odunze.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. Now, Broncos are on the board.
You right there, right? I could have been mean.
We could have.
I could have been mean.
The Broncos reach for Bo Nix.
I can see it happening, though. That's the bad part.
I think it's going to happen. From everything I'm reading and hearing, is they're in love with the guy.
Right.
The Raiders need quarterback, tackle, running back, corner, and DT.
Okay. This is where we see the typical Davis family reach. Wide receiver. They're going Xavier Worthy because this is the type of pick the Raiders would do.
Because speed kills and throws.
Including when they're in their race cars. Damn, did I go there?
Talisi Fawamu. Yes, you went there.
Oh. And now the Colts are on the clock.
Colts are on the clock.
They need a cornerback. And Quinyon Mitchell is here. They go Quinyon Mitchell.
Seahawks. They need guard, center, linebacker.
How the hell do they need a corner?
They don't.
I think they
I'm
need
not
a
gonna draft
safety,
them.
right? Don't they need a
Yes.
safety? Okay. I say, didn't they just get rid of all their safeties?
I'm going to give them Johnny Newton. Mr. Jerzon himself.
Mr. Falling faster than Andre Sweat till he had his DUI.
Yep.
Smoking Dad in the building. All right. Jaguars are on the clock. They do need an OT. And Troy Fatanu's on the board, and I think it's actually the right pick for him. Because Trevor Lawrence can't stay healthy without protection. He can't continue to be mid if he's on the ground all the time, right?
Correct. The Bengals on the clock. They are going Amarius Mims, tackle from Georgia.
This is where I think this is the perfect fit for this defensive tackle, Byron Murphy, to replace Aaron Donald.
Correct. JC Latham to Pittsburgh.
Exactly. I was thinking that the whole time when you were there. Now, cornerback, wide receiver. This is where
ETOTOG.
this is where Brian Thomas goes off the board because they love speed there. I think Brian Thomas goes here. He only catches balls when he's wide open, and Dolphins love that. Eagles are on the board. I don't know how center is not on there. I do think it's a need, but at the same time, they need edge, and Jared Verse is on the board still. Jared Verse goes here. New York is on the board. Notice how quarterback is not one of their needs anymore.
Wait a minute. I was supposed to pick for them. Ricky stole my pick.
Oh, sorry.
Well, shit. Now it's my pick. I'll take your pick.
Yeah, take it. It's your team.
Good.
You're still going to draft them even though it's not a
Brock
team.
Bowers.
I was going to say,
I'm going to draft Brock Bowers. And then the Cowboys are up. And they need everything. Tackle, center.
yep, they need center Graham Barton.
The budget's
All right.
up.
Yes. We're back to normal now, right?
Yes.
Okay. They need an offensive tackle. And Tyler Guyton is a decent one, but at the same time, they need a cornerback. Look up Terry and Ireland for him.
I know Terry. He's a fucking monster.
Get him.
And he's
That's
probably
it.
one of my favorite corners in the entire draft. Is what he said when he got benched last year. Now he's got himself like a freaking foolish.
And you see what's right there at the top of their needs, right?
Hey, so you got Chop Robinson. They also got Nate Wiggins right here.
Right.
What's the bigger need for him? Because they just gave up. They got rid of Carlton Davis.
Yeah, they got rid of Carlton Davis. You tell me what you think the bigger need is.
Chop Robinson.
All right. And we are at the Cardinals, who need wide receiver, defensive tackle, cornerback, guard, and edge. There's not much there in the. I think this is where Adonai Mitchell goes off the board.
Who?
Adonai Mitchell.
They already took Marvin Harrison earlier.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. You did that. Okay. Kool-Aid's off the board then. Because they're not going to reach. Wait, they don't reach on defense.
Dude, how the fuck doesn't Buffalo need corners in here? Tell me that.
I know they got rid of everybody and didn't sign anybody. They say safety is the need. I think Nate Wiggins would be a perfect fit for him here, don't you?
I do, but they really need wide receiver.
Oh, they really need.
I think Khalil Shakur is the best receiver on their team now.
Oh, so Ian Coleman would probably be the pick then. Correct?
I'm going to go with Donnie Mitchell.
Going to Donnie. Oh, I didn't even see he was. I forgot. The Lions are on the board, and so is Cooper, and so is Nate. But Nate is not good in man coverage, and if you look, we improved by adding man coverage guys, and Cooper DeJean is actually very good in man coverage.
Cooper, your pick?
Cooper's the pick.
Tyler Guyton is going to the Ravens.
Wait, what was that name?
Oh.
The pick is in, right?
Yeah, very good. Oh, damn it. Oh, no later.
I'm a little late. I forgot about it. They need edge. They need DT. They need all of it, right?
Tackle, corner, tackle, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, corner, guard, edge.
At this point, it's not a reach to grab somebody like Jordan Morgan. Jordan Morgan is the pick. And the best hands that are left on the board right here, what do you think? Do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're going wide receiver? Or do they go offensive tackle? They also need a corner to replace L'Jarius Sneed, and Nate Wiggins is still on the board.
Yeah, I think.
The Panthers are on the board. Wide receiver, offensive center. Jackson Powers Johnson makes the most sense right here. Best player available that they need.
Yep. Patriots are on the board.
Did they get their? They got their quarterback, right?
Yep. But they need a tackle too.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Lee Samata.
We got them their wide receiver. We got them their corner. Right?
Yep. Yes,
They need a guard. They need a guard, and there he is right there, Christian Haynes out of UConn.
Mm-hmm. Washington got a quarterback already, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
No, they got a tackle. Oh, you're looking at the wrong one. You didn't look at the right team there. Click on the actual Washington symbol. They'll tell you what they got.
Jaden Daniels.
They got their quarterback. They only got 3 picks this draft. Wow.
They made a trade with somebody. Adiza Isaac.
The Chargers are on the board, and so far they've gotten what, a wide receiver?
Yeah, you got them. Neighbors.
This is their only pick on the board? Wow. It looks like they need a running back because I know they just picked up 2, but they picked up 2 guys that can't stay healthy for a season. Would they draft that here, or would they go defense? What do you think?
Actually, well, I think they would take Zach Frazier.
Yeah, I do too. I just thought about that. They're going to take Zach Frazier to protect that new quarterback.
Okay. Titans got what? They got the tackle first. Vlad McConkey.
You would take him over Coleman, huh?
I would. I don't really like him.
Well, I think this is where Coleman goes, right here to the Panthers.
Man, Coleman, your Panther.
Washington's on the board again, buddy. You're picking in your division again.
Where TJ Tampa is.
Green Bay is on the board. They need linebacker, cornerback. What did we go last time for them? Didn't we go edge? I don't even remember. But they do need a guard, and he's on the board right now. Yeah, we went cornerback.
Cooper Beebe.
I think it's Cooper Beebe. Much as I hate that for us, I think that's where it goes now. Defensive tackle. Good pick.
Linebacker.
So I get stuck with the fail can'ts. Would they go in the first round? Dallas Turner at edge. They need a corner, and this would be a Falcons type of pick. And it's Rakestraw. You're a Falcon, just so you can't be anybody else.
They want Xavier Worthy with the one. They're taking Michael Penix with two.
Ooh. The Saints are on the board. What did we give them last round, or didn't they have a first? Yeah, they gave an offensive tackle. They still need an offensive guard. They need a defensive tackle. This is where Seal Boy Rook goes off the board.
It would be a good pick. You're not that player.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that. I just think it's funny to call him Seal Boy because of the name.
Who's the Colts giving? Bernard Mitchell.
Yep.
Maybe you leg it, you are a Colts.
That's exactly what I was seeing. Is this where you get your running back?
I wouldn't go running back here if I was them.
Okay. Would you go wide receiver with Jalen Polk? Oh, you got your wide receiver.
You got a duel, so you got Ballard. So let's just say, hypothetically, with the way this draft is playing out, we're going to roll with Daniel Jones and Drew Lock this year, right?
Mm-hmm. I think you'd
You
go
need to
your
keep that
old
motherfucker standing, right?
Yep. Offensive tackle, right?
Yep. Patrick Paul would be my pick there. But it is an odd number, so it's up to you, sir.
I'd go Patrick Paul. I just ask you because you know your team.
Jaguars. Who took one to take?
Troy Patano.
Good pick.
Yep. Jalen Polk.
4. Max Melton. Jalen Polk.
Jalen Polk. 6'1", 203.
Yeah. They lost Lucas Yates.
They lost Shark.
At Ridley.
The Bengals are on the board, and it's you. No, it's me, isn't it?
It's you. We went with the tackle first round to keep Earl alive.
Yeah, I went tackle. They need a wide receiver, and I think this guy fits what they do. Troy Franklin, he's kind of in the mold of Tyler Boyd. Sure hands, nice across the middle runner.
Well, yeah, they need to definitely get a first receiver this draft because I don't think they keep T. Higgins next year.
Right.
And they need, what we get these guys? Edge already? Already got their edge. So they need wide receiver, safety, linebacker, corner. Tyler Newman. There you go.
And they got their offensive tackle last time, correct? Isn't that what we did for them, for the Squealers?
Yep. J.C. Layton.
Chris Braswell.
Be a great pitch. Darius Robinson.
and they're back up, and they still need people. You got them their safety. Now they get their corner. Max Melton.
We said it's true. You are an Eagle. Look at that. He went 57.
Yeah, he went up. He's not in the 90s.
Dude, hang on. Lower right here. Can I check real quick? Up to 206 from freaking under 300. That's not bad.
They're finally starting to rank them right. Off.
Cleveland Browns. Oh. Yep. Michael Hall Jr. Go to the Browns.
Offensive guard, offensive tackle. We went defense last time, right? No, we went wide receiver.
You went wide receiver.
Yep. So they still need a cornerback. As much as I hate to say it, guys, the best cornerback on the board is right there, and they're going to take him, Mike Sandridge.
Cowboys, much as I hate this too, taking Trey Benson.
They wouldn't take Trey Benson. I was going to tell you who they'd take, but you want him, so you gave him the other one.
No, apparently they're quite high on Trey Benson, actually.
And they're very high on Jonathan Brooks.
Except his injury history.
Well, their rehab team and their doctor did that. But at 57, did we give him edge in the first round? Is that what we did? The Bucs?
Chop.
Yep, we went edge, right?
Uh-huh.
Chris Jenkins for DT. That's a need, right? Or is it not?
No.
No, it's not. Now I got to.
They need corner, center, guard, wide receiver.
Corner, center, guard, and wide receiver. I think. Yeah. Malachi Corley. Malachi Corley.
I didn't see him with that shit. I wouldn't hate that for him. I like him.
Linebacker, corner, safety. There's Cam Kitchens, Green Bay Packer. It actually makes sense with what's on the board.
Yep.
All right, Texans. Who did we give them last time? We gave them the linebacker. They still need a corner. And Kalen Carson, I don't think he fits their defense. Do you?
If we go on the board here right now, I'm thinking Chris Jenkins.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is Chris Jenkins would go right here.
The Bills of Buffalo are up. We gave them a wide receiver round 1.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving them a wide receiver round 2 as well.
Because they have nobody.
Exactly.
So this is the choice, and I think this is where we go edge. If you look at it, Marshawn Nealon is a local guy. We brought him in for a visit. He fits what Brad Holmes usually grabs. This is where he goes.
Okay, now the Ravens of Baltimore, who went offensive tackle first round.
Mm-hmm. I think they stay in the cheapest. Don't you?
I think they don't really need defense at all. Well, offense.
Says edge.
Edge. Braylon Trice.
Yep. He's the size of what they usually draft for defensive end / outside linebacker. We went by Jordan Morgan. They need corner. They need defensive tackle. Braden Fiske. He's in that mold where they can use him for both.
And then the Chiefs of Kansas City, who went
Wide
Nate
receiver.
Wiggins one,
This is where they go wide receiver. They kind of have to.
Ricky Pearsall.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that was a solid draft.
they boosted their. If they were going to draft, that's what they draft. Let's go right down the list. Start with the very first one up there with the Broncos. After that, Bo Nix. Lions. They ended up with Cooper DeJean and Marshawn Nealon. Fred Peterson. What's going on, motherfuckers? Just getting home. It's been a long day. We all know about long days, don't we, Dan?
Oh,
So I'm going to go back up to the chat here. We're going to get in here. Panthers picked Cowboy from Division III college. Didn't we give
if we let Will do the picking,
Didn't we give Steelers J.C. Latham, though?
Yes, we
If I
did.
remember right. They need wide receiver, too. Roman above both McKinney and Coleman.
That's probably Quinn.
Donkey. My board is solid at wide receiver. Nabbers 1, MHJ 2, Adonai Mitchell 3, Worthy 4, Adunze 5, and Roman Williamson. Your love affair with Adonai and Worthy over Adunze is nuts.
Yeah, you're nuts. Honestly, it goes MHJ, Adones, Neighbors. Those are your top three in that order. MHJ, the only issue he has is he doesn't have separation speed. O'Doons can separate and he can hide the ball better than anybody in this draft. Neighbors is your freaking home run hitter in the draft. MHJ is the most complete all-around receiver. Adonai's just got good hands but subpar route running. Worthy's just really fucking fast. And Roman Wilson, you're a homer.
And quarterback board, Quentin Mitchell, Arnold, Kool-Aid Cooper, Mikey Sandersville, and TJ Tampa. I don't even have TJ Tampa in my top 10. I have Sandersville barely in the top 10 at 8 myself. I personally think Rakestraw, he's the most overrated corner of this draft. I have him at 33 on my big board. He's 13th in one periodical I read that is kind of like a Bible. They really do really good rankings. So he's probably closer to 18th for Rakestraw. Would you agree with that assessment?
I do, but the fact that you don't have freaking Wiggins up there is a little
Wiggins is more of a zone corner, and he struggles with change of direction at time. He has great inline speed, and he'll catch up to a guy that gets past him and burns him with the double move. And he tackles well, but he doesn't cover that great.
Yeah, but he's gonna put fucking TJ Tampa up there. Come on.
Well, everybody's been moving up the way they should be compared to what they were 2 weeks ago. This is finally like one of the best rankings we've seen out of PFN. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I agree.
Because we all said Quantas Sayers was like a 5th to a 6th round pick, and now he falls in line with a 5th or 6th round pick with his ranking.
I think he's gonna go in the 4th.
Fred Peters says, "Sorry, boys, I got to take care of a few things before taking a shower and heading to bed. Y'all have a good night. Good to see you, Von Doom. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is good, bud."
Yeah, man, just working a lot, man. That's all. Have yourself a good night, Fred.
Other than a collapsing tower of pallet of Pepsi products.
Pepsi. Goddamn cubes. Those things are heavy.
Yeah, they are. The cubes are heavy. I hate buying the cubes.
I should have just ran that old bitch over with the pallet. I really should have.
You should have. That's too good for jumping in front of me, Fiat. All right, so we did J.C. Latham and Chris Braswell. They're Ralph Williams. What do you think about that, buddy? I think we did solid for everybody. We didn't cheat anybody. We didn't skip over anybody. I think we did.
And I didn't even homer it. I didn't even get my quarterback, see?
No, and that would be the Homer fan type of pick instead of Waters. My top DN top 6. Much I hate to say it, I rank Nealon above Darius Robinson. Really, I think that's where they're off because Robinson is not a defensive end. He played defensive end 1 year. He's a defensive tackle that can play defensive end. And it's really why it hurt him running with the
Think of
defensive
it like
end.
this. He was a defensive tackle who moved out to the end in a 3-4. A 3-4 end isn't a pass rusher anyway. They're just a run stopper. They're supposed to fog the hole. Their main job is to freaking grab the body or two and let the linebacker eat.
But because he has decent hand pop and strength, he was able to get past and make pressure. Correct?
Yep.
And he doesn't have that. He has a dice burst step, but he has no speed whatsoever. He ran a 4.95, guys. That's a defensive tackle average speed for a good one, right?
Yeah. And I'll give you my top 3 on the edge. I'm not going into 6. Would go way to freaking
Turner.
Dallas Turner, who I think has a lot of boom or bust potential. He's either going to be great or he's going to be shit. Then I'm actually going to freaking come up and I'm going to put freaking Nealon above Jared Verse.
It's Verse and Chop, but I think Chop is a little overrated. It's 3A, 3B to me. Would you agree?
I'm putting Nealon above both of them, honestly. Chop just has intangible, like his speed. He's got the shit you can't teach.
I gotta
You
use the
can't
rest
teach
of
that speed. Yeah, no problem. You can't teach his speed or his freaking vert and anything like that. And he's going to get drafted higher than he should just based off of freaking what Micah Parsons has done with similar combine stats. It's not even going to be his production on the field. You're going to have a team that freaking falls in love with him, just like Trayvon Walker, who got drafted ahead of Hutch, who had no business being drafted there. Granted, the only thing he really had better, he was a little faster than Hutch, and he had way better hips. He could get lower. But what's that gotten him so far? Like nothing in the NFL. He went to a bad scheme, so it is what it is. Way too, though, is a guy I think is the number 1 defensive end in the entire freaking draft. If his injury history is what they're saying it is and he's going to be fine, I like it. You asked if those are the 3 positions you want at 29.
Well, if you actually listened to the presser last week that Brad Holmes did, it doesn't sound like we're drafting at 29. It sounds like we're going to draft in the 2nd round. I just really didn't see with who was on the board where they would make that trade, or I would have traded back myself. Do you agree with that assessment there, Von Doom?
Yeah, let me run to the bathroom real quick, and I'll come back around the one real quick.
Yep. While he's going to the bathroom, we're going to talk about our sponsors. Everybody's favorite sponsor in the chat is what? It's FTP. No, it's not the florist. No, it's not Free the Puppies. It's not Found a Plunger. What is it, guys? Put it in the chat. It's Fuck the Packers. This show was brought to you by Gloss Negron, the best window tinner in Saginaw. 994439240 to call him to set your appointment. His address is 409 Hamilton Street in Saginaw. Schedule that appointment. Tell him Smoke and Jeremy B sent you, and you will get either your windows tinted or your auto detailed. Get it ready for summer. Get rid of the swamp ass of winter. You say trade back the land. Who specifically? How far back? I think it's to the upper middle part of the 2nd round, and possibly pick up a 4th and maybe a future pick, depending on how far back they go. The further back you go, the more compensation you get. So if you get past, let's say, 45, that team's probably going to have to give up a future first and that pick in the 2nd round. Whereas if it's one of the earlier ones, a 2nd and a 4th, or a 2nd, a 4th and 6th, or a 2nd and 5th, that's the type of trades you'll see. But 100%, it's just He said there, he goes, the cornerbacks at the top, he says they're all mid because there's no generational talent at the top that worth trading up for. And I just think that's because he's saying the top two, we're not going to have enough draft capital or the money to go up and get them. Does that make sense on how I'm wording it, Von Doom?
Yeah,
The top
it
two
does,
are really
man.
good.
To say that they're mid, man. Oh, the top two are great. For him to say that, though, and say they're mid, man, he's getting chicken and junk.
He's just saying after the top two, there's no difference between Stiggers athletically and a lot of the other guys in the mid first all the way back to the third round. You see what I'm getting at there? I'm just talking about athletic stuff. There's a lot of really athletic who had great stats wherever they played. They're in that 4th through 6th round area.
Yeah, but I think Kool-Aid's above that.
Rebuilding tactics we've done for years. I think one of those studs from those 3 positions trade up or picking at 29 is my gut. I'm just going. Brad Holmes has been the most transparent GM ever. And he literally said, I doubt we trade up. That's a very
Dowdy doesn't totally shut it down.
But when he says he doubts, they usually don't. Not in the first. And we really only traded up with other teams' picks. That's one thing I will say. In the first round, we've traded up with the LA pick twice.
Did they really?
Think about it. We traded back and then traded up again.
Yeah.
Had more holes than. Yeah, and we still got stuff. We have a lot of holes in our depth, is what we have, Escribano Jr., is the way I feel about it. Well, there's your haul from your competitor. I don't think you're taking that trade, are you?
I'm exploring my options.
That's actually not bad, but it isn't great either.
That's the one.
There it is. You're trading right out of the first round.
Completely. But Donnie Mitchell went to the Rams at 28.
Wow. 33 and 142. That's tempting. Let's see what the other trade offer is.
54 and 85.
No. No, go back to the first one. I think I'm going to take it.
They went for Kingsey.
All right. I don't like that trade offer. I mean, it is a future first, but I don't like it. See, now, picking out of the first round, I like Darius Robinson here. Don't you?
15 seconds. No.
The biggest holes in depth. He says he loves our secondary room.
Trade
I love
our Panthers at 20 and at 39.
I just think picking a 39th prospect at 33 is not that big a deal. Do you?
Yeah. Ooh.
That's actually not bad.
I'm going to reject that.
I'm
going to go get him a receiver. Keon Coleman.
Sanders stall goes off the board. Okay, this is pick 65 and 141 for our 7th round pick. Let me see the other trade first. 64 and next year's 3rd, but give up 142. I like the Panthers trade better, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not taking that one. 100% I'm against it. 76 and 121. Now, I do kind of like that. But I think this is where we'd make a pick. Reject that. Samuel's gone. Cole Bishop's gone. I don't think we need Chad Datima saying hi. Good. I think we'd go Braden Fiske to pair with Darius Robinson. We'd have a pair of guys that can go inside and out. Both are athletic enough. I think Darius Robinson would be more of a D tackle, and Braden Fiske would be more of a D end with his athleticism. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That takes care of the edge. That takes care of the D tackle.
86.
Who do they want? You're going back 11, but you go up 62, right?
Yeah.
That's tempting because you do got another pick coming right up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. Kamari Lassiter.
Wow. Nice. How are you doing, Chad?
If I didn't want to make a pick here, I'd probably take this trade. That's not terrible.
Right. But I think you can get your Rose Garden guy here, right?
I could, but I don't think I need him because I went.
Oh, that's right. You got Jordan Morgan. That's right. Who do you want to take here? Ben Sinnott?
Yes.
73, 80, and next year's 6th. I don't like that. No, I don't like either one. We brought this kid on a visit. He's there. I don't think it's too much of a reach to go 5 spots up and get Devontae Walker. Look at his RAS before you grab him.
Yeah.
976, 6'1", 193, is it?
Yep.
I like it. And here you are with back-to-backs.
111 there.
Pretty much. I mean, only one pick apart. That's really
We're going to reject them both. They'll take my running back Jonathan Brooks. McMillan.
Now that isn't bad. That's only going back a few. But that one's picking up an extra pick and not giving up one. And you're still saying in the 3rd round at 96. Right?
Yeah, the end of it.
Is there anybody there that you see that you have to have?
Somebody wanted, but we'll see. And
Just went off the board, didn't he? Dorless. And James Williams, both. You like both those guys.
I do. I don't hate something going on.
You know what? I absolutely agree with that, Chad Datima. They're clamoring for an LB, and I don't see it as an early need. I think we have depth there. I mean, we got 7 on the roster still. And the reason why we're taking this time to do this much mock drafting is it's the last one, boys. It's the absolute last mock draft Monday. It's all over after this. There's your favorite running back you used to talk about all the time, Audric Estime. Take him. I knew you were going to do that.
Probably.
And you probably could have had him right here. But now you can trade back again and get more picks.
Looks like that.
Hey, he's still there for you, though. Audric Estime's right there for you.
Gustavo.
I can't help myself when I see him sitting there. I think we need depth at the position, but I don't think we need a starter at the position. You got Anzalone, you got Derek Barnes, you got Rodrigo, you've got Jack Campbell. Ooh, there's your center, Hunter Nazad. I like him.
You like him? I don't.
You don't? Why?
No, good.
You're a dick. I
I am
specifically
not.
traded up in this round so I could get him for a change. Might as well take the trade back now. The guy I want is gone. Take Jonah Ellis here. Reject all trade.
Why does this name sound familiar?
Luther Ellis's kid, former Lions defensive end.
Okay, now let me ask you real quick. Did we figure out if this kid is James Thrash's kid or whatnot?
No relation whatsoever. He just has the same name. And here's where we go and take another take our wide receiver for depth. It's going to be Luke McCaffrey.
He's for trick plays. He's not for depth.
He's depth on this roster and trick.
Oh shit!
There you go. There's a good guard for you. Remember that name, boys. Brandon Coleman.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Tyke Smith. Sorry, yes.
Tyke,
Tyree, whatever. Yeah, I don't like him. Give me Cedric Johnson.
big R.
That's actually a good trade.
Yes. It is.
Yeah.
So I moved back one my can. Yeah. Back.
And who'd they take? A guard. You taking that too?
Maybe at home. Hang on. No, I'm not
Those are
gonna take
my
it.
picks. Those are my picks.
Oh. I already took a tight end. Okay.
And you already took a guard too.
Quarterback, tight end, wide receiver.
You pretty much drafted your team.
Good point. I don't need to accept trades. Take tight end. I already took a tight end. What am I doing? My brain's not working. Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Hey, look at that. We got a pick. Go on up and grab Ladarius. And oh no, he just went. Damn it. I'm gonna take him. Let me see you, Christian Jones. No. All right. Tommy Eichenberg. For depth, right here, this is a good pick.
What we Eichenberg? That is hard.
I kind of like other than Jeremiah Trotter Jr., I like a lot of the later linebackers better than the early linebackers. There's a couple up there that are okay, but I don't think we need to take them there. And that's just me.
Yeah.
At 2001, Trey Taylor, safety. And 205. DeAndre
Prince.
Yep.
The future backup for Henry Hooker. Joe Milton the third.
Yeah. I like DeAndre Prince a little better.
I was reading something today that a lot of people think that Joe Milton may end up transitioning to a tight end in the league.
Really? With
Yes.
that big arm? That's crazy.
Right there.
They say
Logan keeps track with mine.
you know what's funny is when they were doing the talk about the draftees at quarterback, the biggest arm in this draft is Joe Milton.
Is it though? That's my question because we never really got to see him and Drake May one like head to head on that. You know what I mean? Drake did throw
Drake May has mechanic issues, which takes some of the yardage off of his passes. That's why his yards per pass was about 4 yards less than Joe Milton.
Yeah, but his long ball still 83 yards. I think have shown so far. In the air.
It was in the air. Oh,
yeah, he hit the fucking crossbar from 83 yards out.
So that's technically a 93-yard.
No, it was 83 yards, but they didn't figure it out. But you guys mechanics add another 5-6 yards to that.
Yeah, but he just got
to find a receiver that can run with that.
You're up.
Oh, I am up. What the hell am I thinking?
Yeah, remember you picked one up. There's your linebacker you like late all the time, Omar Spite.
I just took a. I have another pick. That was my last pick. I made my guy.
He might not be there anymore. He may have went up. Nope, there he is.
He's not going to go up because he's freaking hurt his hand. He hasn't been able to do anything.
And that is it. We ended up with 9 picks this draft. Darius Robinson, Braden Fiskey, Devontae Walker, Jonah Ellis, Luke McCaffrey, Cedric Johnson, Tommy Eichenberg, Trey Taylor, and DeAndre Prince. Because Butthead took Quantez Stiggers.
You should have drafted him round 1 then.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
The only thing I really don't like about this, so we keep skipping interior offensive line for the Lions. And let's be real here. Let's think about this.
I think a new kicker isn't happening unless we sign a UDFA or bring back Jack Bates after he's done in the UFL. We have a kicker. We re-signed Badgley. Don't say we don't have a kicker.
Yeah. But
Franklin? Anyway. He's not even the best kicker on the board.
My biggest issue with the draft, like they completely ignored the entire offensive line there. And realistically, within the next 2 years, you could be looking for 4 new offensive linemen.
For who? The Lions?
Yeah. Decker's getting up there in age already, so he's going to drop off. You got Ragnow, who's already been contemplating retirement because of his injuries and everything like that. So that's 1, 2. Zietler's old as fuck. He's like 52. Glasgow's like 51 and a half. I really think they should have addressed the offensive line now.
I'm just telling you what Brad Holmes said. He said the old linemen aren't going to be able to crack the lineup, so he's not drafting one early. But after an hour and 23 minutes, I think I'm basically done. What do you think, sir?
Yep, and I have my Giants winning the NFC East.
And we already did FTP. Yep, I heard Ragnow did have another surgery. He says he feels great, but it wasn't on that toe because it's inoperable.
Yeah, that's something he's going to deal with the rest of his life.
Yep. But at the same time, I do have one more sponsor to talk about. It is Brandon's Tire, located at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road at 602 West Atherton Road here in Flint, Michigan. Stop in and check us out. Best prices on used tires. Tires starting at $40 and up. If you mention this ad and you're buying a set, you get $10 off. If you need new tires, please give us a call. Talk to George Red or myself, 810-233-8230. Again, that number is 810-233-8230. This has been Mock Draft Monday 7.0 and the last one before we ever get to do another one. I probably will be able to do the NFL Roundtable Talks on Wednesday, so let's go. because I have a room in Farmington Hills that I get to check into on Thursday.
Nice. We didn't have. Where's Ricky tonight? Oh, he's fucking everybody, man. He's bullshit.
Well, he's probably working. He was in the chat this morning, and he'll be in the chat tomorrow morning. But you'll be working, so you won't be there.
You get the short end of the stick all the time. I don't get to enjoy the chat, and I get attacked by fucking
You get attacked by Pepsi cubes and Mountain Dew cubes falling on you.
The Mountain Dew ones when they called me in the back of the head that pissed me off. That shit literally got thrown. And then I had to buck that home maintenance to clean it up.
You should have. But I want to thank everybody for the support. We're sitting at 421 subs, almost 650 on Football Talk 365. Don't forget, Russell Wayne is doing their draft show. We're going to be doing our draft show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of things here. So please tune in. I'll be popping in as I can from my camera, showing stuff from the draft live. We actually got our camera person from the South Florida Tribune with us, which is our editor-in-chief, Candy Epling, Scott's wife. So should have some pretty cool stuff to show on Sunday. No, Monday, we're going to be doing not mock draft, but draft review. You down for that, Big Bubba?
Yeah. I still have no idea what my schedule is next week, but of course.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have one of those guys cover your route so you can get some rest.
You're not wrong, but we'll get there.
It'll probably not happen.
You're correct. And I'm trying to save my all my freaking what's it called, my vacation times that you got. Because one of my daughter's friends, who's basically family now, is enrolling in freaking Ole Miss this summer. He's a soccer player. He's gonna try out for the football team as a kicker. So he makes it. I'll take a family down to watch.
That's awesome. Well, as always, everybody in the chat, much love. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way it can make the world a better place, unless you're talking to Packer, Viking, or Bears fans.
Then it's fuck your team.
It's fuck your team, but you still got to be nice to the person. A little bit.
Fuck them too.
I love you, Von Doom. Well, you guys have a great evening. Tune in on Wednesday, because after I get done, I'm packing all this up to go on the road. This show's hitting the road, people. I'm so excited about this. It's been hard to contain myself all week, or all weekend for that matter. I just keep going back and reading that email where I got to submit my ugly mug to the NFL.com to get my press pass. I just think it's
Keep
wild.
It in your pants there, old man.
Say what?
Keep it in your pants there, old man.
I don't wanna. But thank you, everybody, and have a great evening.